Ooh. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Could you just comment really quick to let me know if you can hear me? All right. Sweet. Okay. This live stream is just super spontaneous. I just wanted to make sure that I was capable of of setting up a live stream. It's the first time like doing this kind of thing. Just wanted to make sure it worked. So that's good. It's good to know. This might be something I do more regularly. I'm trying to figure out like what the best way to do this is. Because right now all you guys are seeing is just this boring screen of nothingness. So let me see if I can I like go to the live stream right now. Oh my god, I'm so sorry guys. Is this better for, I don't know. Oh geez. Yeah, no, it's me. It's me. My voice sounds different. I'm using a different microphone, but I promise it's me. Um, well, so hello, everybody. Good to see so many people here. Inception live stream. Yep. Oh my god, it's like it's never ending. That's so cool. It's just like going further and further and further. Oh man. So yeah, I mostly just started this up just to see um, if I could. I'm just trying out OBS for the first time, so I'm still really unsure of how to do this. Clearly, as you can see by this is like the most unprofessional live stream of all time. Anyways, hello. Yes, this is me. This is Film Radar. I know I sound different, but um, any movies that I would recommend at the moment? Well, currently, I would recommend anyone who hasn't seen Eternal Sunshine to get on that because that is what the next video is going to be about. Yeah, sorry, I know the mic's probably not very good. This is my gaming headset that I use. This is my Razer Kraken, so the mic's probably not the best. As I said, this is the first time, so we'll see if it gets any better. But yeah, movies to recommend. I would say watch Eternal Sunshine if you haven't seen it, because that's what the next video is going to be about. Thoughts on Memento? Absolute masterpiece. Probably my favorite Christopher Nolan film. It's super duper good. Have I seen Holy Motors? No, I have not. Um, hey, Cynical Cipher, what's up, man? I know you, fam. I know you. Do you support political terrorism against the American government? No. That's gonna be a hard no. Um, I mean, ever tried drugs? I mean, who hasn't? Who hasn't? Like Advil and Nyquil, and you study cinema or something like that? Not like in any academic sense, legitimately. Just my own like watching. I watch a lot of movies, watch a lot of TV. Lately, a lot of TV. I've been binge watching The Walking Dead. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, it's not something you'd probably know. But big Walking Dead fan, working up to get to the new season. I hear it sucks, but I'm in season 5 right now, and ooh, the show used to be really great at least. Um, have you seen End of Evangelion, Shin Godzilla, or Gojira? No. I've seen some of the old, like, Godzilla versus Mothra, or like some of that stuff when I was in middle school. I had a friend who was really into it. Nothing that I could remember in terms of like a specific title, but um, I do like the story of Godzilla quite a bit. Um, so not heroin. No, not heroin. Never heroin. Don't touch it, man. I'm telling you, Shrek, don't do it. You'll regret it. Um, and hey, man, yeah, of course I remember you, Cynical Cipher. You've been with the Film Radar clan for a good long while now. Thoughts on Mr. Robot? I haven't seen it yet. My brother's a huge fan. He says I would totally like it. I haven't checked it out yet. I really don't have a good reason, to be totally honest with you. But it's something I'll get to eventually. Like there are quite a few shows on TV right now I haven't watched that I really want to see. Mr. Robot's one of them. Um, what else? I haven't seen like Boardwalk Empire or Sons of Anarchy. There's a lot of TV that I got to check out. Um, Cinema reviews. To answer your question, yes, yes, but we'll keep that a secret between all of you lovely people. Um, I want to do a video essay about the Transformers movies being trash but having some gold in them. You know, it's funny. I hated the second one. I haven't seen any other ones, but I actually think that the first Transformers is like a perfect example of how to make just entertaining, like popcorn kind of content. Like it's just a ton of fun to watch. I really enjoy the first Transformers movie. Um, you should check out Pablo Lorraine. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I have never heard of him. It's weird. Like in America, it's not always the easiest thing to get your hands on foreign films. I've seen a few, but like like Guillermo del Toro or like Edgar Wright, which they're hardly foreign films in the same sense. Like they get a lot of American exposure, but I definitely need to check out a lot more foreign films. Twin Peaks, nope. I know I'm terrible. David Lynch, I've only ever seen one film. Actually, I've seen Mulholland Drive, which was amazing, but yeah, I haven't seen any of his other work. Did you watch Lost? Yes, that was one of my favorite shows. Still is. It hasn't aged as well. I mean, especially now that we've got like Game of Thrones or like Westworld or just like some of these crazy high production shows, but I still think Lost is amazing, and I fully support like the later seasons. I know it lost a lot of people. Lost, pun intended. I know a lot of people fell off the wagon after like season 3 or 4, but I loved the whole series. All the Walking Dead is horrible. You're not alone. You're not alone, Damien. A lot of people feel that way. I just love it. I love the characters, love the world. I think it's great. Edvin wants to know, have I seen the new Stranger Things? Yes, and it was fantastic. Absolutely amazing. I love Stranger Things. I feel like everyone probably hated that one episode. I hated it too, but it's it's all good. It's still a solid show, even though it has that like one weaker episode. Seen Samantha Morton, Morvine Caller from Scotland. No, I do like Samantha Morton though. I've seen her in quite a few films. But oh, okay. So Jackie, as in like Jackie Kennedy, the Natalie Portman film. Yeah. Okay. I guess I just didn't like connect the dots. I haven't seen that yet, but God, I know I need to. I absolutely love Natalie Portman. She's just, whew. But yeah, here, I'm gonna make a note on my phone, and I'm gonna see if I can find any of his stuff like on Netflix. Let me see, because right now I have Netflix and I have HBO. Those are my streaming platforms. Here, all right. The Wire and David Simon stuff. Actually, I'm gonna get back into The Wire. I started it a couple months ago. I watched the first season and it was amazing. It's so good. It's such a good show. I stopped watching it just because like Halloween was coming up, and so I started watching The Walking Dead because I wanted to get into the Halloween spirit. But yeah, loved what I saw of The Wire. Favorite food? Ooh, let's say pizza. Let's say pizza. Carl. Yep. I love it. I love it. I don't read as much as I should, certainly as much as I used to. But my favorite author is Chuck Palahniuk, and My favorite book of his is probably Rant or Diary. I also really like Stephen King from what I've read. I bought it. I'm like 200 pages in. I haven't picked it up in a while though, but it's really good so far. Love the Harry Potter series, the Dark Tower series. I really like John Green's books. I don't know. I read a lot of like random different stuff, but my favorite book of all time would be Perfume, Story of a Murderer by Patrick Suskind, I think is how it's pronounced. Really, really, really good book. Um, Hunt for the Wilder People. No, I haven't heard of that. Sopranos, I saw an episode of way, 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 way long ago, and it's not that I hated it or anything. It's just after that episode, I just kind of got the feeling oof, I don't know. I got the feeling that like I would just get burned out watching so much mob drama because I mean it's like 7 seasons, hour-long episodes, but I might get back into it at some point. Feels pretty good to get responses from an Issa. You think I'm a celeb? Oh man, that's very flattering. I don't know if I would consider myself an e-celeb, but thank you for saying so. Um, Walking was great till this last season. Okay, see, Totes joking. I'm not gonna say it's the best, but I totally agree with you that season 6 was incredible. I know it gets a lot of hate, and I don't know why, but I think the first 6 seasons are just amazing. I didn't watch it week to week, so I see how people got burned out on like season 2 because it's kind of slow. But I think, oh my god, like that whole structure is just incredible. Um, Staten Island Knicks fan wants to know Mad Men or The Office. Mad Men, it was kind of the same thing with The Sopranos. Like I really liked it, but I just felt like I was going to get burned out if I kept watching it. The Office, I actually just went through for the first time, and it's now like one of my favorite sitcoms ever made. I bawled like a baby at the whole finale. Like got super emotional. Just really really good show. Um, oh, and yeah, Shrek. That's what my dad says as well. I've heard it only gets better after season 1. I'm really really looking forward to jumping back in. The plan is once I'm caught up with The Walking Dead, I'm gonna go back to The Wire and then also watch BoJack Horseman, which I'm really looking forward to. Um, Darren wants to know if I prefer the Raid Redemption or the Raid 2. You're gonna hate me. I haven't seen them. I know they're like if I don't know. There's like a list of like 1,000 different movies that I really need to get to. Those are definitely on there. Um, oh yeah, I play video games. Yeah, you're hearing me on my gaming headset right now that I use to play some PUBG. That's what I've been playing a lot of lately. It's a broken piece of garbage, but I love it, and I can't stop playing it. Um, yeah, lurking. I did watch Stranger Things. Loved it. Loved it. Edvin, thoughts on movie remakes and Hollywood creativity? Well, that's a whole can of worms to open. The short version is I hate them, but not always. I think that the main rule to keep in mind is like don't try to recapture perfection. Remake something that was very flawed and try and do it better. All these remakes are like taking these classics and they're just revisiting them, and like the best case scenario is that they match them in terms of quality, but then why do that? Like if there's nowhere to go but down or to level out, like I don't see why people would bother. Um, that said, like Blade Runner, if you guys haven't seen that, was absolutely incredible. That's if you're gonna do something that's like a remake, reboot, something like Blade Runner, and then like Mad Max Fury Road are, in my opinion, the best examples. Um, Also, whether you like comics or not, I really, if there's like a way to read them online, that would be awesome because comics are super expensive. When I was in like middle school, I tried to become a comic book collector, and I went broke in like a month. So, so I didn't keep up with it. But I do love comics. Cinema reviews. Do you have a girlfriend? I do not. But I am straight. In case anybody would have that question as a follow up. Kind of said that a little harsh. Not like there's anything wrong with being gay, but in case you were wondering. I am straight, no girlfriend. Nathan Sean Nelson, Friends, How I Met Your Mother, Big Bang Theory. I don't know if you're asking like just about any of them or like to rank them or I hate the Big Bang Theory though, and I love Friends and How I Met Your Mother. Like the last couple of seasons of How I Met Your Mother just are cancer, but the first 5 seasons, 6 seasons of that show are just still some of the funniest out there. Sopranos is good. You just gotta laugh at the dumbass mobsters. I suppose so. Like, here's the thing. I love HBO. I love HBO TV. I think that they're probably the best like TV producers out there. Netflix has given them a run for their money lately, but their shows are just like impeccable, unparalleled. But yeah, I'll probably check it out at some point. Totes joking. What state are you in? I want to say New York. No, I'm in Illinois, so close-ish because like I'm by Chicago. I'm not in the city, although I'm trying to get out there, but it's like unbelievable how expensive it is. Um, but it's so close, like New York City, Chicago. They're close enough. What would you say are some of the most disturbing films you've seen? Oh man, I could give you a list. I've seen quite a few messed up things. Begotten is a super twisted little movie. The first like 10 minutes is just a dude disemboweling himself, which is just lovely. 120 Days of Sodom is a really disturbing movie, although that one I would actually recommend. Like I think it's a really solid film. It's not just going for shock value, but it is absolutely horrifying and disturbing. Um, Fritz the Cat is a super weird movie. Just messed with me a lot. I can't even particularly say why. It's just it's a cartoon with a bunch of animals doing drugs and having sex, and it's just messed up. Totes joking. Do you like Kurt Vonnegut? I actually have yet to read any of his books. I have Slaughterhouse Five, and I know that I'll like it because I like weird stuff. But no, I haven't read any of his stuff. Although he gets compared to Chuck Palahniuk a lot, and he's my favorite author. So I feel like if there's any kind of similarities between them, I would definitely get into his work. Um, we got to slow down the question flood. Shrek, I'm up to the challenge. I'm going to answer all these questions. I didn't intend, like, honestly, I'm really glad that any of you guys are here right now. Like, that's super cool. This was not even planned. I have no idea how the live streaming thing works. Well, like, so I just clicked on my OBS and it's like, oh, I'm live. There we go. But I'm gonna do my best to answer questions because, hey man, what else are we gonna talk about, right? It and Blade Runner. So Blade Runner, I just mentioned, I hope you heard that part. I loved it. I thought it was a masterpiece. It had its flaws, mostly, I think, in pacing and structure. Personally, for me, it's like, I just don't think that story can be told in the proper way in such a short form. Like, I think that it would have been better off as like a Stranger Things kind of setup, like a TV show. Like if they had like 9 hours to tell that story, then it would be great. But there's just too much material in that story to condense. I mean, it's like 1,000-page novel. You can't condense that to a 2 or even 4 hour movie. Shrek, no one reads Vonnegut without liking it. That's what I've heard too. So I'm looking forward to it. Ted wants to know my thoughts on David Fincher. He's probably like top 5 favorite filmmakers of all time. Certainly like one of the best that's currently working. I love him. My favorites of his would be like Social Network, Zodiac, and Fight Club. Ooh, I'm starting to lose him a little bit here. Okay. Edvin and I watched the new Blade Runner and it was really good. I didn't like the final twist, but overall it was pretty much perfect. Yeah, I mean, I know, like, I have to see it again before I form my final opinion, to be totally honest with you. I I'm undecided about that part, but in terms of like aesthetic and literally everything else, that movie's just a masterpiece. Um, yeah, the sound. Oh my god, I saw it in IMAX at this theater where they have like the bass bump like pumping through your seat, and it like vibrates your whole chair during the intense moments. It was incredible. I loved it. Andrian, yeah, the first season is great. I think my favorite's probably like season 3 or 4 though. Cinema reviews. Who's my favorite filmmaker? Gotta go Stanley Kubrick. It's cliche, like he's the one that everybody talks about, but legitimately, like three of my top 10 are his films. Like 2010: A Space Odyssey, Eyes Wide Shut, and The Shining. I think are just easily some of the best movies that have ever been made. Um, my Yag fan. I hope I'm reading that right. I live somewhat near you. Then, yeah, I'm like by Rockford. If you're familiar with that, like it's anyone who lives in Illinois has probably heard of Rockford. Anyone anywhere else probably hasn't. But we're notable for turning out the band Cheap Trick. That's what Rockford's known for. What are your thoughts on the new Disney streaming service coming up? I don't know too much about it, to be honest with you. But it probably falls in line with most of my thoughts on Disney these days, which is basically they can go to hell. They're just greedy, money grubbing a-holes who are just trying to swallow the entire industry and buy out everybody and everything, and it makes me sick to my stomach. What do you think of Woody Allen movies? I haven't seen any. I know, I hate myself. I'm a bad film buff, but I feel like based on what I've seen, I would enjoy him, but not nearly as much as some other people. Um, Cynical Cipher, been meaning to watch Solo, just never had the guts to watch it. Considering there's a Criterion sale going on right now, I'll probably end up getting it. Dude, take it in like fits and starts. I mean, like just have that remote ready to pause because you're not going to be able to get through it in one sitting, unless you have no soul. I mean, I had to pause it like five different times and just take a break and give my mind a rest because it is excruciating. It's an excruciating watch, but that's what makes it interesting. Like it's it's like you're along for that ride, and it's just such an immersive experience. For any kiddos in the audience, don't watch it. It's like as hard of an R rating as you can get. Just forewarning. Top 10 movies of all time. Mudan wants to know. Oh God, I'll just rattle off. Like I can't rank them, and I might name more than 10, but just like stuff that comes to mind, like the Lord of the Rings trilogy for sure. There Will Be Blood, Boyhood, Kingdom of Heaven, Eyes Wide Shut, Shining, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Social Network, Apocalypse Now, The Aviator. Uh, it's like about the top 10. Some that's I'm sure I'm missing some, but that those are some really great films. Prunk Tanner, six episode The Night of with John Turturro. No, but oh dude, I know I'm gonna love it. It looks great. It looks absolutely amazing. John Turturro is one of my favorite actors. Criterion Collection recommendations. To be honest, I really don't know. Like, I'm a snob too. Like, I love Criterion, but I don't have any of them because they're expensive and there are a lot of them. But I know they've got like everything of Wes Anderson's, and boom, there you go. Ted wants to know my thoughts on Mindhunter. Thought it was amazing. It was like everything I had hoped for and more. It was fantastic. I'm super excited for the second season. Shrug, would you touch poop for $20? If yeah, why not? $20, I can wash my hands. Um, Damien, what do you think about the movies by Denis? Let's not even try to pronounce his last name. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. I think he's probably the most exciting filmmaker working today. Blade Runner was not a disappointment at all, in my opinion. And I haven't seen like his older work, but I saw Prisoners, Sicario, and Arrival, and all of them are just really good. Moo Cow, what do you want from the new Indiana Jones movie? God, just for it to be better than Crystal Skull. Like that's I think really all I can ask. So I guess let's the wish what I want is that David frickin' Kep isn't the writer because just no. Just no. Like he should not be entrusted with such an important property. Because Indiana Jones, like one of my favorite franchises in existence. I even love Temple of Doom. Like I am not a hater on that franchise, but Crystal Skull is just not a good movie. Edvin, got any favorite B movies? The ones so bad they're good. Ooh. That's a good question. That is tough. Um, there was this movie. I don't think it's on Netflix anymore, but a while ago. Me and my friends played a drinking game with it. It's called Gacy House. I think it's like these paranormal investigators go to the house of John Wayne Gacy, and his ghost is like haunting it, and it's just, I mean, if that doesn't tickle you right there, then it's not for you. But ooh, I thought it was a ton of fun. For like just continuous, like consistent stuff that you can go to, check out Goosebumps on Netflix. Just the TV show. The movie's fun too, but the TV show is like from the 90s from Canada, and it's so bad, but it's so good. I could not recommend it more. Yag fan, thoughts on Black Mirror? That one I haven't seen yet either. That one I really look forward to though, because I like a good anthology show, and it seems really cool. Did you read Haunted? Not a huge Chuck fan, but that book was nuts. Funnily enough, that's like the one I haven't read because it's like a collection. So I was kind of put off by that because I've read his novels, but um, I've read some things about it, and yeah, it sounds nuts. That's part of his like horror trilogy. He's got Diary, Lullaby, and Haunted. Diary's my favorite of those. Lullaby was really good too, though. Damien, I like that Ryan Gosling is not the special protagonist. He's not the chosen one. That seems to me a great fuck you for the cliches of Hollywood. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to give anything away, but I think his character has a really good journey in that movie. Nathan, have you watched the Daredevil show? Dude, yes, I have. Daredevil is so good. Uh, Luke Cage was pretty good. Jessica Jones disappointed me, and I refuse to even watch Iron Fist after seeing all the bad reviews. Daredevil's awesome, though. Like, it totally came out of left field and shocked me. I did not expect to like it, because I kind of hate the whole superhero thing now, to be honest. It's just, I'm getting burned down on it like you wouldn't believe, but oh, Daredevil is so good. Shrug, I only read the Chuck novella where a guy gets his asshole stuck in a pool. What? What? Is that from Haunted? I don't know that part. I haven't read that, but oh my god. That sounds interesting. Staten Island Knicks fan, do you like There Will Be Blood? Oh yeah, dude. Top 5 of all time. It's amazing, amazing stuff. Phantom Thread, yeah, Ted. I don't know, man. Like, it's so weird with PTA because you never know how to feel until after you see it like 3 or 4 times. So I'll say I'm excited because it is PTA. Johnny Greenwood's back, which is super exciting to me. I think he's like just the most talented musician working today. I mean, the guy was like 50% of Radiohead forever and ever, and now he's just churning out these amazing film scores for one of the best filmmakers of all time. Like, it's amazing. The only thing is, like, I don't know how I feel about the plot. Like, it's the first time in his career that just like the slug line kind of brief description of the movie doesn't get me super excited. But it's Daniel Day-Lewis, so I can't imagine it's not going to be something crazy awesome. Um, Going to the store, bros. Anyone need anything? I mean, if you want to like ship it across the world, I mean, I don't know. Picks up something up nice for yourself. How's that? Chuck has some really fucked up writings. Yes, he does. That's what I like about him. Do you watch Red Letter Media? Why does that name sound familiar? Hold on. Doing a quick Google. Doing a quick Google. Red Letter Media. I think I've seen some of their stuff, but no, I don't like actively watch them. To answer your question, favorite John Green book. Also, have you read Turtles All the Way Down? No, I haven't read it yet. I'm looking forward to getting it probably around Christmas. But my favorite's probably An Abundance of Catherines. Like, I like when he gets real, like he does in Looking for Alaska and Fault in Our Stars, like dealing with these really mature concepts. It's not that I don't enjoy that, but the thing about Abundance of Catherines is it's so tame and it's just so down to earth. Like, it's just such a non-dramatic story. I don't know. I really liked An Abundance of Catherines. I thought it was really funny. Have you seen any Miyazaki films? That's like Studio Ghibli, yeah. So I saw Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle, which are masterpieces. I preferred Spirited Away, um, personally, but yeah, I look forward to checking out some other movies. Um, do you like 3D? So the only movie I saw where 3D like really, really, really blew me away was Gravity, which for anyone who's ever seen it on DVD or whatever, like it's not a great film. Like there's no story, the character development's pretty weak, but in terms of just like the visuals and like the adrenaline pumping just insanity of the movie, it's insane. Like I saw it in 3D IMAX and it was like I had an anxiety attack watching the movie. It was that intense. Other than that though, I usually kind of get a migraine watching 3D movies, so I kind of avoid them. Nathan, thoughts on Steven Spielberg? I mean, he's the best. Like, what can you say? Like, he's definitely in his twilight years, and he's not churning out the masterpieces that he used to. But yeah, Spielberg was just like the king of what he did, and some of his films from like the '70s to even the 2000s are just some of the greatest ever made. Edvin, got any tips for creating movie essays? Also, how do you like the Dollars trilogy? They're probably my favorite movies along with the Kubrick stuff. So my tip is just to get started. I literally like had no idea what I was doing when I first started making videos. I had never really messed with Premiere or After Effects or any of that stuff. I just watched a lot of Every Frame Painting. He was the only guy I had known about when I started. But you just kind of want to like reverse engineer, you watch video essays you like and try and pick apart what you like about them and do your best to recreate it. But with your own style, with your own voice, all of that stuff. But just practice and lots of it. I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm still like figuring out how to get better and better. Yeah, like there's never a point where you're just like satisfied. You just have to make it, and then even though it's not perfect, just upload it. As far as the Dollars trilogy, I've only seen. Oh, is it the first? Second, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I've seen that, and I think I saw A Fistful of Dollars like way, 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 way long ago. But Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is just unequivocally like one of the greatest films ever made. There's just no denying that. Like the soundtrack, the imagery, just the movie's perfect. Um, Shuck, what are you interested in except movies and pop culture in general? Uh, a lot of, I mean, besides like art, really not a ton. Like art pretty much consumes every like second of my day, split between like watching stuff, writing stuff, um, playing video games. I don't know. Like I like going on walks. I like getting out into nature when I can, but it's northern Illinois in November, so that's just not a thing right now. It's freezing, but yeah, I don't know. Like I'm pretty much just about the art and the pop culture. Is that a bad thing? I hope. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. You're making me question myself, Shruck, and I don't like it. I'm just kidding. I'm glad you're here. Timothy, do you read Stephen King? Yeah, I've read a few of his things. So I read like the Dark Tower series. I didn't finish it. I couldn't make it past the fourth book, but the first three were really, 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 really good. And I'm working my way through it. I was about to grab it as if I have a camera to show you, but which I do. So I will say next time I do this for real, like this was just super spontaneous. I'll have a webcam. I'll try to make it more legit. But yeah, no, I'm like 200 something pages into it right now, and it's really good. Prunk Tanner, The Aura, 2005 Argentina, great tension. Hope you catch it without knowing the ending. I have not seen it. No. Charlie, gotta watch Princess Mononoke. Yeah, that one, My Neighbor Totoro, and then The Wind Also Rises, or The Wind Rises, or whatever it is. Like those are the ones I'm looking forward to seeing the most. Nathan, Abundance of Catherines is also my favorite. So yeah, dude, it is so underrated, and I think it's because it's lacking like the big tagline. Like Looking for Alaska has that big tagline. So does The Fault in Our Stars. It's like dead kids. It's really sad. But in Abundance of Catherine's, like, there's really just not a ton of drama. It's just a ton of fun to read. Oh, hey, Will. What's up, man? Will is Video Insights. You guys should check his channel out. He's also a fellow video essayist, a little lesser known, but you should check him out. How you doing, fam? Uh, Yog fan. Oop, Jesus! I just lost my stuff. Uh, okay. Yog fan. Turtles All the Way Down is the best book about mental illness I've ever read. I got a signed copy. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Like I know I'm not going to get a signed copy. I'm a John Green fanboy. I've been watching Vlogbrothers forever. I'm really excited to read it though. I've like personally dealt with a lot of mental illness stuff in my life, and so like it seems like a book that would really benefit me to read. Shruck, if you got drafted to fight against Iran, would you draft dodge or go risk your life? Draft dodge all the way. If there's ever a draft, I'm moving to Canada. Like no hesitation. I am not cut out for war. You know, especially when I don't believe in what they're fighting for. Damien, are you waiting for Coco, the Pixar movie? Oh, absolutely. Like, except for like the Cars movies, I will go see everything that Pixar does. I think they're amazing. Stanton Line and Nixon, do you like Speed? I'm assuming you're talking about the film and not the drug. To which the answer is yes, I do. Speed is just like, see, here's the thing. I have pretentious taste to a degree. Like, I like good art house, smart guy films, but I love just straight up entertainment too. Like, I have nothing wrong with just a movie being fun, and Speed is a ton of fun, man. It's great. Like, Dennis Hopper, Keanu Reeves, what's not to like, man? Cinema reviews, thoughts on the new OK Star Wars movies? I'm confused by that phrasing a little bit, but eh, my I just saw the news that like they're letting Ryan Johnson do his own spin-off trilogy. My opinion is that they should have given him the whole trilogy of the Skywalker story. I think that I think they really screwed up by letting J.J. Abrams do it. I didn't hate it, I really didn't, but it was a disappointment. And then Rogue One was like visually really great, like just gorgeous, but you know, eh. Keith Tang, oh God, what is this? That is a very good question. This is a very good question. I'm right there with you. We're figuring out as we go along. You know, we're seeing what can be done. No, in case you weren't here at the start, the truth is I just wanted to load up OBS and see if I could do a live stream, and then when I was like screwing around with it, it just started and people jumped in. So I didn't want to just be like, all right, bye everybody. So it's just a spontaneous live stream. You know, I hope you're enjoying yourself. Is Turtles All the Way Down a good book for somebody that's not into young adult? Okay, so you're on. I gotta say, even though I haven't read it, yes, like yes. I've read every other John Green book, and the thing is, young adult novels are. It depends on the type you go after. Like there are definitely young adult novels that really just strictly appeal to young adults, but when you get the good ones, it's just young characters in just as mature and adultive stories as anything else. Totes joking. What's the coolest movie theater you've been to? There's this. So I live in like northwestern Illinois, and there's a suburb of Chicago, like on the western side, called Crystal Lake, where I can't remember the name of it. It's right by like a Jersey Mike's. That's all I remember because I got my Jersey Mike's meatball sub after I saw. They do like old screenings. Like I saw The Shining there, and I saw Doctor Strangelove there, and it's just like the most comfortable seats with the best screen. Like, but I haven't really been to like any cool movie theaters. Like I know that there's some really cool ones in like Austin and places like that, but. Uh, Fork, yeah. It is a movie. It's a movie where a terrorist, domestic terrorist, puts a bomb on a bus and rigs it to the like engine, and if they drop below a certain speed, the bomb goes off. So like they have to maintain this speed the whole time. It's great. It's super fun. Um, Consistency is key. Inspiration wherever you find it helps with video making. Very good advice, Will. Yeah, consistency is key, which I know I'm like eaten my own words on that one. The consistency has been very off lately, but yeah, what can you do? What can you do? Life gets in the way. I'm broke. I'm busy. Things happen. Keith, what do you recommend to aspiring creatives, regardless of whether into film, writing, music? So I think the best advice that any creative individual could get, and like I'm not the only or first person to give this advice, it's just to like find what motivates you, whatever that is. You know, like you could be into sculpting or photography, whatever just like really gets you excited about sharing a piece of yourself, and just practice. Like even when you know it's terrible and even when you get frustrated, like I go through that every video. Every time I open up my notepad to start writing the script, I write like 20 pages that you guys never end up seeing because I just toss it out. I'm like, this is terrible. This is trash. I got to delete it. And you'll never lose that. Like there's never a point where it just becomes easy and natural. Like it's always a challenge, and it should be. So don't don't take it the wrong way as like, don't take it as a sign like, oh, I'm struggling, therefore I'm not meant to do it. No, like struggle is just part of it, you know. And people who like exercise a lot would tell you the same thing. Like they never get to a point where exercising is easy. They still push themselves. It's just they kind of learn to deal with when it's not easy. And that's just, you get better at that. You know, you get better at handling the fact that it's not always like, yeah, I don't know, that it's not always easy. But that's what I would say is just practice and like do your best to stay original because no one wants to hear a copycat. Probably already talked about it, but thoughts on Narcos. I actually haven't talked about it, and because I haven't seen it, this is one of those I'm waiting until there's like I like to binge watch shows. I'm like addicted to that. So, Narcos, Fargo. Those are some examples of shows I'm waiting until there's like a solid backlog because I know I'm gonna get addicted, and I know a couple seasons aren't gonna cut it for me. Shrug, going on walks is nice, but dude, yeah, they really are. They really are. Going on walks is the best. I highly recommend it to anybody, especially because lately with working from home so much, I don't get out as much as I need to, and you gotta get off your butt every now and again. Um, okay, this scroll thing is like friggin' broken. I scroll a little bit and the whole thing moves. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Cinema reviews, face reveal. Oh, yeah, you can see my face in my last three videos at the end screen. A lot of people, and I'm thinking about restructuring too, because a lot of people will turn off as soon as I get to the sponsorship part, which I understand. I need to do it because I barely make any money doing this as is, and like sponsors currently can be like a really big source of revenue stream. But yeah, like I do an end screen after the sponsorship shout out where I just kind of like thank my patrons and thank you guys for watching and commenting and all that stuff. And for sure in the last two videos, I can't remember if I did it before that or not. Um, yeah, I think in the last three, I think I started it with the True Detective video. But yeah, you can see my face if you're curious. And then the next time I do a live stream, I'll have like a webcam set up. Um, Spy Rob 98. I just wanted to say you're making very good videos. Thank you. Thank you for saying so. I really appreciate it. I do my best. This stream is comfy. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can. Toad's joking. Do you smoke cigarettes? Yeah, but don't be stupid like me. Okay, okay, kids. You kiddos don't want to make my mistakes, all right? I started when I was 15, just like every other idiot. You know, just too young to know the consequences of that decision. Um, but as far as I'm concerned, my my like physical fitness, I guess, is priority number one. Like trying to exercise more, and then like kind of worry about quitting smoking somewhere down the road. I'm a very stressed out, anxious person. It helps keep me sane. I wouldn't recommend starting to anybody though, because it's just like it creates a problem that it then fills. So it's like this self-fulfilling, just terrible cyclical thing, and I wouldn't recommend it. Um, you're on. Yeah, I will watch any Miyazaki film once I get the chance to. I don't own any of them. When I watched the two I did, I had a friend who brought them over, and we like marathon those two back to back, and then those were the only ones they had. So yeah. Uh, Edvin, do you like The Thing? I haven't seen the old one, like the original. Which what is it? What was that one called? I can't even remember now. But the 1982 remake is legitimately, I think, like one of the greatest films of all time. Certainly, like top 5 horror films ever made, no question about it. But just actually, like one of the greatest films ever made. I love The Thing. I'm actually, as soon as there's snow on the ground where I live, I'm watching it. I do that every, like I've watched The Thing every year. It's just like tradition. It's one of my favorite movies. I actually might make a video on it too. That's like one on the back burner. That I've really thought about doing. I didn't know there was a book though. That's interesting. And where The Thing is the protagonist. That's interesting. That actually, yeah, that sounds interesting. Nathan, biggest Oscar snub. Andy Serkis not even being nominated for Lord of the Rings. Easy, easy. Like that question I have like locked locked and loaded, ready to go because I am so passionate about that. It's not even funny. Like, because the reason they denied him is because it was a motion capture performance, but it's like he's still acting. He's still giving his facial expressions, his intonation with like the recitation of the lines, and he's doing a full body performance. Just because you don't see his skin on the screen doesn't makes me so mad. He should have won. He should have won. You're on. Yeah, go see it. New Blade Runner is amazing. It's really long. It's really slow. The ending rubs some people the wrong way, but ooh, it's great. Shruck touches poop, draft dodges, likes walks. I'm a lifelong fan. Well, hey man, I don't just touch poop recreationally. Remember, there was a promise of $20, so I feel like that's important. Statline and Knicks fan. Have you seen Glengarry Glen Ross? No. I really want to. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I have a twin brother who actually was a part of the channel for like a very, very, very brief stint. He had one video that's now privated because no offense to him, but it wasn't very good. But he's like he's my twin. I mean, we're not identical twins, but like we share so many of the same ideologies and everything. And he's a huge, huge movie buff. So basically, if he tells me I'm going to like a movie, I know I will. And he just recently watched it for the first time, and he said it was a masterpiece. Prunk Tanner, 13 Samedi. No, see, I'm telling you, man. Like, I don't see a lot of foreign in general. I hate it. I hate that I don't see more foreign movies because I know that's just the entire world of cinema that I'm missing out on. But yeah, it's like it's just hard to get a lot of recommendations in general, and then even when I do, I usually can't find them. So it's just, yeah. Will wants to know, got on here, but you're looking forward to the disaster artist? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's from, what are their names? Scott Neustadter, Michael Webb, the guys who did 500 Days of Summer, Spectacular Now. They're great writers, and like James Franco just looks amazing in it. Yeah, I think it looks like a ton of fun. You need to watch La Samurai. It's a French noir about. So I actually just watched. Yeah, Edvin, do you know Patrick Wilhelms? He's another video essayist. He was just like talking about it in his latest video, talking about Baby Driver and Drive and like some of its influences, and he was showing a lot from that film, and it had me really intrigued. So, I actually have 2 signed John Green books, Turtles and Alaska. Man, nice. I think my Tifios copy is signed, if memory serves me right, because I think he signed them all, right? So mine is signed. I just don't think I had like the rare one or anything like that, but nice. And then do solo, duo, or squad in PUBG. I do a bit of everything. Like usually, if I haven't played in a couple of days, I'll hop on some solo matches just to get warmed up, and I'll drop like military base or school or something like that, just to try and get some kills. My preferred way is squad, no doubt about it. I have a couple guys that I play with, but I'm always down to play with new people. Um, Kate's Coffee wants to know if I've seen Atomic Blonde. I have not. It looks fun though. Charlize Theron is a total badass. Cinema. Ooh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? There we go. Cinema reviews. Yeah, sorry. I know I'm falling behind, but I do want to answer everybody. So I hope you guys. I hope you guys can be patient. So okay, have you seen Your Movies Suck? Yeah, I'm conflicted. Like there are some of his videos that I think are hilarious and really clever, and he makes some really good points. And then there are some that just bother me because just in general, like CinemaSins, I don't as just kind of as a general rule of thumb, I don't like adding all sorts of negativity about films because I feel like it's so easy to do. Like it's so easy to just watch a movie and go, well, that was dumb and let's make fun of it. It's so much harder to really dig into good stuff and discover important insight. But I respect what he does. He's been doing it for a really long time. He's a nice guy. He has some really great stuff. Like his videos on Synecdoche, New York are fantastic. But Prunk Tanner margin call. Ooh, why does that sound familiar? Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to IMDb margin call. God, who's in that? Was that with Peter Sarsgaard and well, now Peter Sarsgaard, I guess, is not. I don't think that's the one I'm thinking. But oh yeah. Okay. K-Space, though, I don't know if I can watch it. No, I can still watch Kevin Spacey's movies. He's a scumbag for doing what he did, but he's still a great actor. Yeah, no, I heard really, really good things about this movie, and I like the rest of the cast a lot, too. Like Stanley Tucci, Zach Quinto, come on, boy. Edvin, if you like Margin Call, you might want to check out The Big Short. So I haven't seen Margin Call, but I did see The Big Short, and The Big Short's just terrific. I think that should have won the Best Picture above Spotlight. I think The Big Short's probably the most important movie to have come out in the last few years. It's especially for Americans, anyways. I guess I'm biased as an American, but hey, storytellers, what's up, guys? Is this one of those streams where a SWAT team comes? I freaking hope not, dude. I seriously hope not. I hope no one swats me. I'm not prepared for that. I'm not prepared for that at all. And then, what's up? What's up, man? How you doing? How you feeling? Zeb Murillo, have you ever seen Roman Gavras' film Our Day Will Come or any other piece directed by him? No, I can't say that I have. But what's up, man? I recognize your username. I've seen you around these parts for quite some time, man. Sorry if I don't recognize some of your other names. Don't take it personally. I can't even remember people's names when I meet them face to face, let alone usernames. But your picture stands out. So I remember your picture. But let me Romain. Am I the best streamer or what, you guys? This is great. This is great. All right, so I have it on my phone. To look up more. If you don't hate the process just a little bit, you're either lying or a sociopath. Which process? I mean, the process of making videos. Oh, definitely. Definitely. My least favorite part for sure is writing. Not because I don't like writing, but because that's where I go through my most intense anxiety about everything. Because you have to commit, you know what I mean? It's like getting a tattoo. Once you have to just settle on something and then start production on the video. And so that's a nightmare. Just getting really indecisive. Is this interesting? Are people gonna like this? I don't know. And then the narration, because I hate my voice. So, oh yeah, Will, you missed it. I was talking a little bit about Stranger Things too. I loved it. I hated that episode where she's in Chicago, but other than that, I thought Stranger Things 2 was sweet. But hey, man, you know where to reach me if you want to talk further in depth about that Stranger Things 2, homie. Shruck, there's a funny tweet where someone asks Richard Dawkins if he would touch poop for $5, and then Richard Dawkins get mad. He's so problematic. Like he's such a smart guy with like, he's got the book smart. Doesn't have the street smart. He can be very, very stupid. But to get mad at that question is just silly. And yeah, Shruck, yeah, storytellers, they're awesome. Like they make amazing video essays. They're really, really cool dudes. Back from the store, if you could just repeat every. No, yeah. Side note, this video will be unlisted, but I guess I can, just because I don't want it to like clutter up my feed, but I'll have like a link for people to come back and rewatch this in case they want to. Cinema reviews. What college do you go to? I do not go to any college. Is Film Radar is my college with my own self-imposed curriculum. I'm very broke. Like in case that's not clear, I'm super duper broke. College was just out of the question for me. Yeah. Yeah, storytellers are awesome. They make really solid videos. They're kind of pieces of shit because they upload way too often, and it makes me feel really inadequate. But other than that, but to be fair, there's two of you guys, right? So that's I don't know. I genuinely like whenever I see you guys upload, and I'm like still working on the same freaking video. I feel like such a loser, but it's all good. It's all good. Friendly competition never hurt anybody, right? Andy Circus in Longton is bizarre. I'm not sure what that is. Hey, what's your POV on It's a Wonderful Life? I've been meaning to watch it for years, but have always missed the opportunities. So I saw it in high school. It was like a required watch, and it was. It's funny if you hear this story, it makes a lot more sense because basically my opinion of it was it's overrated. I'll say that it's not a bad movie, but I thought it was overrated. But the story of it was like it was a box office middling kind of disaster. Like the critics didn't really care for it, but then it got back in syndication, and just because they would play it all the time, enough people watched it, and then it kind of caught on as this big like Christmas movie. Have you Zamarillo wants to know, have I ever seen any Brazilian movie? If so, did you like it? The only, and I better before I sound uncultured and stupid, I better make sure I have this right. Crap, I don't know how to figure this out right now. Okay, but if City of God, I'm pretty sure that's a Brazilian film, is it not? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, please. Like, do me that favor. But I saw City of God, and that's an incredible film. It's like the better version of Slumdog Millionaire. Again, it did it to me. It did it to me. Okay. Yeah, well, I hear you, dude. I hear you. It's tough. Like, video essays are a time-consuming effort, more so than I think any other genre on YouTube, by far. So, yeah. Have you watched Frances Ha? No, Nathan, I haven't. I really want to check it out, though. Greta, in general, is just, like, apparently amazing, and I need to check out her work. Hello, Lean Mean Machine. Damn, that name is hard to say fast. Lean Mean Machine. Lean Mean Mean Machine. I think I'm getting there. But hello. Dennis Sawyer. Hello there, new subscriber here. Really like your content. What's your favorite murder mystery? Hello. Thank you for subscribing. Glad you enjoy the videos. Favorite murder mystery? Ooh, that's tough, man. Probably Zodiac by David Fincher with like Jake Gyllenhaal and all them. Ooh, great movie. Oh, yeah, thanks, Lean. God damn it, Lean meme. I sound like a stroke victim. Thank you though. Thank you for saying that you love my videos. I'm really glad that you do. I'm sorry. I can't pronounce your name fast anymore. I lost it. I can't do it. Lean, mean machine. Thank you. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Um, Brilliant. Wow. Now you're just like blowing smoke up my butt. They're not they're not brilliant, are I mean, maybe. I don't know. Thank you. I get super like weird about it. More than anything, I'm confident in like my editing and design. I think my writing is like where I really struggle. I think I did a good job with the last one though. And but I don't know. I hmm, it's like every time I make a video, I'm happy with it for like 3 days. And then after that, I think it's just like a piece of garbage. So I'm always just happy when people really like my stuff. It always is like a surprise. And I don't know, I guess it probably shouldn't be considering I've been doing this for like 2 years, but I do appreciate you saying so. Um, what do you think about Spectre? So Spy Rob, my brother. Again, for those who missed, I have a twin brother who's like super big film buff too, and we basically have complete taste alignment. He saw it and he hated it. He said it was just yeah. He said it was worse than Quantum of Solace too. Like he said it was just terrible. So I didn't watch it because I didn't want my heart broken. One, because okay, first thing that Skyfall is a masterpiece. Skyfall is like one of the best blockbuster films of all time, one of the best films of all time. I mean, like it's so good. And then two, oh my god, they had a Radiohead song and they didn't use it. They went with Sam Smith, and it's just, like why? I don't know. I really don't know. Um, Filthy Frank or iDubbbz, my spoopy boy. I've seen some of iDubbbz. I really got into his content cop because I've been on YouTube forever, just like watching. So I can't lie, I get sucked into the YouTube drama sometimes, and he tore that boy apart. It was a beautiful thing. Filthy Frank's not quite my style, but I think it's really cool what he's doing just in general. Um, your video on her made me love my favorite movie even more. Thank you, man. So I I don't know. I think I responded in the comments and said it, but so like that video is like always going to be special to me because basically like I was living with a girl and then we broke up. It was my decision, so it's not like it was just like this big shock or something like that, but it was still a really tough time. And so I went back to that movie and it just meant so much to me. Like that that message because and I don't know maybe that's not the interpretation everybody has but like that was the interpretation I had. It was like he's meant to just kind of move on and learn to love himself a little bit more, and it was just like yeah it cut deep for me, so thank you for saying so. I'm glad it impacted you. Edvin, I kind of enjoyed the cinematography, but the plot inspector was pretty shit. I mean, he basically kidnaps her. Yeah, I mean, from the looks of it, it looked like a gorgeous movie, but it seemed like it had every other problem. Ooh, stop doing it! Why are you doing that to me every time? I'm getting so far behind. Okay, all right, so we're gonna try and bang these questions out here. Uh, Thanks for recognizing me, but I really recommend his music video. You can find them on Vimeo since the music videos, they're pretty short, but I think they're really beautiful. I really like his style. Probably seen his music video for MIA Bad Girls. If you get any spare time, you should definitely give it a watch. Oh, and thank you for your vids and your insights. Yeah, dude, of course, man. And yeah, I need to, I'm too slow of a typer. I'm gonna get like a little notepad and make sure I write some of this stuff down. Because I'm always looking for good stuff to watch. Like a lot of the time, I'm just clicking around like a drooling idiot on Reddit. So it's always good to have some direction to go in. Um, all right, boom. All right, sorry. I'm gonna try and be quicker here. Lighting and wide shots were really nice. The real Bond movies will always be Sean Connery to me. What Bond do you like? So I like any of the Bonds. Like there's none of the actors that I have a problem with. It's just like specific movies. But my favorite Bond would be Pierce Brosnan because he's who I grew up with. Staten Island Knicks fan. Which movie do you like and everyone else hates, and vice versa? So the movie that I hate that everyone likes, my good go-to is Guardians of the Galaxy. I hated it. I thought it was just terrible, and everyone talks about how great it is, and it like makes my blood boil. And then the movie I like that everyone hates would probably be The Counselor, but I'm like hesitant to say it just because I've only seen it once, and my opinion's been known to change dramatically after revisiting a movie. But currently, after having seen it the one time, I thought The Counselor was incredible, and everyone just despised it. Um, oh yeah, Casino Royale. Casino Royale is absolutely incredible. That's probably my favorite Bond movie. Lean Me and Mean Machine. Any tips on getting into filmmaking, dude? I wish. I have no idea. That's like something I'm trying to figure out myself. To be totally honest with you, the video essay thing is seriously just it's an intention to like be a launch pad. Like I'm never going to leave it behind completely. I actually think that'd be a really cool thing to be like an established filmmaker still coming back to do video essays from time to time. But yeah, no, filmmaking's the dream, and you got me, dude. No idea. Um, okay, good. City of God is Brazilian. Sweet, sweet. And yeah, no. Yeah, that's the one that has like transcended to American culture. It's really good though. So I mean, it's I'm glad that I've seen it, but I would definitely like to see more foreign films in general, and certainly like Brazilian. Why not? Um, rapid fire awesome films. You ever see I Heart Huckabees, Peaceful Warrior, Perfect Sense, Source Code, Many Stereocoats? Dude, Will, I know you're gonna hate me. I still haven't gotten around to Source Code. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me, man. I'm a terrible person. And no, I haven't seen any of those. Man, I'm a terrible cinephile. This is half the reason I don't take requests, because like I'm just because lately what I've been doing is instead of like watching a lot of movies, I'll watch like one movie a bunch to try and understand it better. That's just like the mode I've gotten into. Uh, I haven't heard of Peaceful Warrior or Perfect Sense. I Heart Huckabees and Source Code look good. Menu Stereocoats I thought was supposed to not be very good, but I'd still check it out. Nathan, so you did a video on Fight Club sound design. Which other movie do you think has the best sound design? I mean, that's just tough to say. Probably Star Wars, like just off the top of my head. I mean, because this is the thing too. I wouldn't say that Fight Club necessarily has the best sound design of any movie. It's just like it's easy to praise a movie like a war film or like something with like a ton of just different sound effects. Like it's easy to praise that for having good sound design because it's just there's a lot to it. But what Fight Club did to me that really stood out was like taking this naturalistic approach, and I loved it. Um, Totes joking. Do you remember the first DVD you watched or owned? No, I really don't. That's actually because I grew up with VHS, so I definitely like was conscious and not just like a toddler when that switch happened from VHS to DVD. Like we were just talking about Fight Club. The first time I ever watched Fight Club was on VHS, which makes me feel old, but no, I can't remember the first DVD I ever watched or owned. Stanton on Knicks fan, American Psycho or Nightcrawler. I haven't seen Nightcrawler yet. My brother owns it, so I'm gonna have to borrow it from him. But American Psycho is incredible. I think that's one of Christian Bale's best performances. Cinema reviews. Also, the first 20 minutes of Casino Royale is the best construction action scenes in any Bond movie. Dude, right? Like that chase scene is like if the movie just stopped there, I'd still be happy. But it keeps going, and it's still awesome the whole way through, and has the hottest Bond girl, I think, of all time, Ava Green. No competition. Dennis Sawyer, have you seen Fargo? I'd consider that to be my favorite murder mystery. Yeah, Fargo's fantastic. The Coens are just amazing. I actually will probably watch that pretty soon, too, because I'm the type of guy, I like to watch stuff when it's seasonally appropriate. I don't know if that's just me, but so, like, for Halloween, I started playing, like, Outlast 2, which is a really scary game. I was watching The Walking Dead, and when winter rolls around, like I'm watching Eternal Sunshine now, like working on the video, and gonna watch The Thing, and I might watch Fargo too because that's another really good like snowy movie, and The Shining always every year. Staten Island Knicks fan. I've never seen James Bond. Don't kill me. It's one of those things. There's like 25 of them, so I mean, don't beat yourself up. Um, But I've seen Get Smart. Get Smart's funny, dude. That's a good movie. I like Steve Carell in just about everything I've seen. Um, completely disagree with you about why did you do this again? I scroll like a tiny little bit and it shoves the whole thing. I feel like I've commented on that about 18 times now, so sorry. Okay, yeah, so there's definitely a delay because this is when I was being self-deprecating. Thank you for saying so. I'm glad you really enjoy it. I don't know any other way than by being my own worst critic. And frankly, I think it works because like I think if you go back to my like Kingdom of Heaven video and then compare it to now, I mean, I just don't even think it's a competition. Like I think I've gotten a lot better, but sometimes I get too harsh on myself, and that's when it's always nice to read some like really positive comments like yours because I get some mean comments too. Don't get me wrong, but I can't imagine any of those people are here right now. But thank you. The pace is something I really 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 worry about. And yeah, I always try to have interesting insight and not just like wax poetic about something I enjoy. Yeah, Will, thank you for saying so too. We've talked about this. We both have our insecurities and our yeah, it's a mess. Must have thousands of deleted recordings where I stumble a sentence, mess up, dude. Every time, every time. Like one of these days, I might just make like a reel of all of my cut out like burps and farts and sneezes and just random shit because it's a process. Which movie you think it should be a crime for anyone not to like it? 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's my go-to masterpiece of a film. If you don't like it, revisit it. Just saying, like plain and simple. If you don't like it, you're not ready. It's impossible to hate. It's a masterpiece. It's perfect. Prunk Tanner video, Burn the Witch song from Maybe Your Head, Brain Candy Scene. I saw that you're just talking about the music video, right? I love it. It's like the Wicker Man, all claymation. Radiohead's my favorite band, and I really liked that song. Toad's joking. Were you a goth kid? No, I was more of the hippie rocker kid. Like I had the Converse and like the Led Zeppelin T-shirt and the long hair and all that stuff. No, never goth. What makes Guardians of the Galaxy amazing is that comic book movies were getting pretty repetitive. It broke the format. And see, this is where I disagree, and it's fine. Like I'm not putting you down or anybody who likes that movie, but this is where I disagree. I don't think it broke the formula at all. I think it's the same thing. It like the cinematography's different and the soundtrack's like a little different. That is it. Everything else about the characters, the character development, the plot start, it's like, oh my god. And that's where I disagree with like everybody who really liked it. Nathan, thoughts on porn films? Like Boogie Nights. I really like Boogie Nights. When it comes to porn films, I don't know how many films I've seen, to be totally honest with you. But I hope that answers that question. Edvin, if you want to get into foreign movies, you should check out Korean and French films. I just watched a French film recently on Netflix called Raw. It's about this girl who's a vegan, and she goes to this like this school with her like older sister, and part of the initiation she has to eat. I don't even remember what now. It's like a gallbladder of a rabbit, or it's like some weird thing, and then it just like devolves from there. And ooh, it was good. It was really good. I mean, I'm always happy to take recommendations. It's just if they're not on HBO or Netflix, like they're really, really hard for me to find. Lean Mean Meme Machine. I'm surrounded by beautiful people. Yes, yes, you are. We've got a good crowd here. All lovely people. Okay. Fargo's pretty good. This series adds a nice twist to the original story, and the subsequent seasons are pretty good as well. I want to wait until it's like either done or just like there's a lot of seasons to go through. Bold questions for the fans. What films would you make if you could? Genre, story, themes, any subject or of any interest? Yeah, that's oh God. I mean, realistically, I want to have a good balance. Like, I think if there's any director's career that I want, it's Kubrick's because he has horror, he has comedy, he has sci-fi, he has drama, he's got war. Like, I love that. I love a guy who just dances around genre and just does whatever the fuck he wants. And that's what I would do. I definitely want to direct a lot of horror, though. I even have a couple ideas for horror films. just because I think it's probably the least explored genre with the most potential. So, um, I also really wanted to tell a story about a cult based on like the Charles Manson family, but kind of like modernizing it a little bit. I Because that would be the goal, is to like write and direct my own movies. So I want to have like every genre covered. Like I'd love to make a war film. I'd love to make a good comedy. I'd love to make a good sci-fi movie. I just want to be all over the place and have that career that's just like untouchable. That's the dream. Um, I haven't seen Pusher Prunk Tanner, but that looks like a fun one. I like Rafen some of the time. I would try and probably fail to make a good horror movie like The Thing. Dude, absolutely. Absolutely. Two more questions. What do you think of Star Wars upcoming movie Last Jedi? So I'm excited for it because it's Ryan Johnson and I really like him, and also it's the second in the trilogy, so there's just a ton of potential for it to be great. But I'm cautiously optimistic. Any other films that are recommended to watch? In terms of like recent stuff, Mother I thought was super underrated. It's controversial, sure, but I thought it was incredible, and I thought Blade Runner was great. Um, and then I mean I don't know, like it just depends on what you're looking for. I could recommend you a million different movies. Are you Nathan? Are you excited for the Punisher TV show? I'm cautiously optimistic, just like with like Last Jedi. Like it could be really good, could be, but I loved Daredevil. I loved John Bernthal, so good show today. Are you talking about the stream? Thank you if you are. Otherwise, I don't know. What is something airing? I don't know. I don't keep up with TV while it's live. Um, Gay Kill Bill, nice. I'd watch it. um, just finished watching Funny Games, pretty good. I really enjoyed it, but it got me anxious all the way through the movie. And 2001 is really good. Okay, yeah. Funny Games, super uncomfortable. Like you're meant to be anxious, but it's incredible. And then yeah, 2001's just, in my opinion, objectively the best film ever made. Like just no question about it. Saw it in 90 millimeter. Is that even a thing? I didn't know that was a thing. That's crazy. I never got the chance to see it in theaters. I would love to. Uh, Orpheus? Is that how that's pronounced? Orpheus? I don't know. What's your favorite video of yours? The most recent one, actually. Like, I think I did a really good job with that, and I can take like happiness to my grave knowing that Edgar Wright watched it and enjoyed it. That's like I can die happy. So, thoughts on Tarantino? Good, bad, love him. I haven't seen every movie of his, but most of them, and yeah, like he's amazing. He's great. I'm really excited for his new movie um, about Charles Manson because I don't know. I'm fascinated by cults. I don't know why. What's your favorite movie released in 1984, and why is it Cannonball Run 2? Mother Ace. I have never seen Cannonball Run 2, and sorry, I can't. I'm bad with years. You'd have to give me some time on that one. My Yogg fan. Play anything else besides PUBG? I play a ton of stuff. That's like what I'm playing right now. But I recently just bought Overwatch. I know I'm like late to the game, but I just bought that. I'm gonna try that out. I recently I was like going through Naughty Dog's games like to make that video. I like a lot of single player, and then I'm really picky about multiplayer, but those are like the ones I go to more often than not. But like Bloodborne was a game I played recently that was freaking sweet. Yeah, and if I had a Nintendo Switch, again, too broke, can't afford it, but I would be playing the absolute crap out of our Odyssey right now, and then Breath of the Wild because I haven't played it yet, and Zelda's my favorite franchise, and it's it's a sad time. Have you watched Insecure on HBO? She started as a web series. No, I haven't. I have not. Edvin, ooh, dude, you're making me miserable here. That sounds incredible. That sounds absolutely incredible. Um, Murillo, what if you watch more than any other? For me, it'd probably be the Blue Lagoon because the biggest Brazilian channel spammed it when I was young. I haven't heard of that, but I'll have to check that one out. It's honestly probably The Incredibles or The Wizard of Oz. Those are like probably the two I've seen more than any other movie. Because I don't rewatch movies as much anymore. Once I hit like 5 or 6 views, I'm just like burned out on it for a while. But when I was a kid, I could watch movies on repeat. And The Incredibles, I literally watched that movie every day for like 6 months. I couldn't get enough of it. Still love it. Just I haven't seen it in years because like God, it's I remember every frame of that movie too well. Have you seen Goodnight Mommy, an Austrian horror movie? No, I have heard good things about it though. Um, yeah, like I like horror movies. It's my favorite genre. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Where'd we go? Here we go. Okay, Mother Ace. Quite frankly, I'd easily admit you can cut like 5-10 minutes off the Stargate monolith scene in 2001. It's rather dated and superfluous at this point. See, that's where the film loses people is like some of the lengthier shots. I think it adds. It's like spellbinding. I mean, I really believe that. I think that it was cut perfectly. You're entitled to disagree, and that's fine. But that's my opinion on it. Nathan, favorite actor and actress. So, ooh, favorite actors. Oh God, dude, Phil Hoffman probably. Phil Hoffman or like Joaquin Phoenix, and then actress either Kate Blanchett or Kate Winslet. I think they're both perfect in everything they do. Marilla, what are your thoughts about the shitty CinemaSins about Baby? I watched like 30 seconds of it, and when their complaint was that there are logos, I couldn't. I was like, fuck you guys, I hate you, I'm done. I can't. I hate I hate CinemaSins. I hate them. And if they're watching me, like, dude, good for you for like achieving your dream and being successful and grinding and like all that stuff. They clearly work hard, but fuck you. I hate that channel. I hate it. Oh, I hate him so much. That just, yeah. Um, yeah. Okay. So storytellers. I haven't watched in years. Just gotten stale. Yeah. Here's the thing about storytellers. I don't know, or story, haha, about storytellers, about CinemaSins. I don't know if you guys are still watching, but I'm going to answer the question anyways because I'm passionate about it. I've spent a lot of time like thinking about my hate for CinemaSins too, so it's like a formulated opinion and everything. Um, the thing is, one, they're lazy because they upload like every day these 20-minute videos. You know, the writing is just not good because they're just more concerned with churning shit out than actually making sure that they get their facts straight or anything. They need their hand held through everything because okay, they pretend that everything is satire, but when you watch their like personal channel, they're sharing the same opinions on that personal channel as themselves, like just talking like in a vlog. So it's clear that they believe the things they say. It's just a coward's move to cop out because it's like, do you remember that nerd kid in like third grade and you were like, hey, do you watch, My Little Pony? It's great. And he's like, yeah, I love it. And you're like, just kidding. That show's stupid. And he's like, ha, yeah, totally. I was just kidding too. It's like that defense mechanism to protect you from ever. Because the thing is, when they make good criticism, they want to be praised for it. When they make dumb criticism, they want everyone to just write it off as a joke. And it's like, which is it? Are you guys being serious or are you being satirical? Because if you're being satirical, like, they don't seem to understand what satire is because they're not satirizing anything. Like the film, like, no. And they like, they're deceptive the way they edit. They cut footage out just to give something a sin that's not actually there. Like, it's just toxic. And then when you go through the comments, you see that it's actually having an effect on the people because they have millions of viewers who then don't go see some of these movies because it's like, oh wow, this looks stupid now. And it's like, no, they just made it look stupid with willful manipulation. And that's like what hurts me about it is just like, yeah, I don't know. I could rant about that for a long time, but yeah. Shruck, read any philosophy or about philosophy? So the most I've ever read about it was when I was working on my Matrix video, which it was a lot of like Hindu philosophy and fascinating. Like philosophy is such an interesting subject to me. I don't know a ton about it, but it's it's an incredibly interesting subject to look at. If you or anyone likes 2001 Space Odyssey, contemporary artist Scott Litzfield has a whole series of works based on sci-fi. Oh yeah, he's great. Yeah, you guys should look him up. He's pretty sweet. Um, If you like Zelda, you should check out Hob. It's a really beautiful game. Karmic Koala, hey, yeah, I recognize you. I seen you around these parts before. Let me hit that Google real quick. Hob. Okay, yeah, I've seen like some screens from it. I really don't know what it's about, but it's got a good score on Steam, and that always means something. I'll have to check it out because yeah, Zelda's the best. So anything that's like similar to it, I'll check it out. Um, pardon me. Oh, don't talk to me about that. Yeah, dude, I know. I know. I couldn't watch Donkey's video. I couldn't like. I've been going through withdrawal, man. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Um. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sean, I watch his videos about CinemaSins, and there's another guy. I think it's like Bob Vids or something like that. They're hilarious. They're amazing. Um. Okay. Okay. So don't watch the Blue Lagoon. Okay. Isn't it weird when they do that? It's like a studio will or like a network will buy a movie, and just because they wasted the money on it, they're like, "No, we're gonna keep showing this until the film disintegrates. Like we paid money for this, you're gonna see it." Um, duh, duh, duh. Have you seen 28 Weeks Later, Cabin Fever, Cabin in the Woods? I like the horror, dark comedy genre. I've seen all of them. 28 Weeks Later is like a shockingly good sequel, considering it's not the same people who made the first one. It's not as good as the first one, if you ask me, but I enjoyed it a lot. Cabin Fever just I didn't even know what to think. Like it's so all over the place in terms of just tone and energy. It's just such a like when the kid starts like flipping around and shouting pancakes like that. I was lost. I that movie never pulled me back in. Cabin in the Woods was great though. There's actually to connect the dots. There's like great like everything wrong with Cabin in the Woods video on that Bob Vids channel, like where he makes fun of their CinemaSins video on Cabin in the Woods, and it's great because like every sin that they rank is just them not understanding the joke of the movie, and it's just pathetic. Uh, Day of Infinite. Ooh, my guys, Company of Heroes. Oh homie, oh homie. I haven't bought the second one because I heard it was not as good, but the original Company of Heroes is legitimately like one of my favorite games I've ever played. I still play it. It's like 10 years old. I love Company of Heroes. But dude, if you guys play Company of Heroes 2, I will buy it and we will play it together and we will have fun because that just seems like a thing that needs to happen. This rant I'm glad you enjoyed it, Barillo. Dude, that shit just gets my blood boiling. I can't stand him. Um, okay, yeah. So cinnamon reviews. Hey, man, don't like if you get something out of it. Fine. I'm not gonna knock anybody who gets enjoyment out of anything. Like, I if something makes you laugh, if something makes you happy, go for it, dude. That's totally fine. But I can't. Like, I literally can't do it. Mother Ace, what's your most overrated film school classic you are taught to overanalyze to death that isn't really all that? And why is it Citizen Kane? So it's funny, I used to think that about Citizen Kane. I've since changed my mind though. I used to think it was like such an overrated movie and I didn't get it, but it's like it's just because I'm too young and you probably are too, like unless you're 80 years old. I mean, it's important to understand when we're talking about those kinds of films that context is everything and history is everything. And so when you have already seen all of the techniques that it pioneered, but now done better and changed up, it's hard to appreciate just what Citizen Kane really did for the time. But that's why Citizen Kane is like always mentioned. But for me, in terms of like, I don't know, like overrated film school classic, I really don't know that maybe Platoon. I guess Platoon would probably be the one I would say. I think that one's overrated. Oliver Stone in general, to be honest with you. Ted wants to know my thoughts on Marvel movies. I started off liking them. I can't do it anymore, dude. It's the same shit every time. Like I can close my fucking eyes and know everything that happens in the entire movie, and that's just boring to me. Video Insights, will you ever play Metal Arms Glitch in the System? No. No, I have not. Why does that make me think Metal Gear Solid? Just probably the metal, I guess. But like, I've never even heard of that. Nathan, thoughts on Back to the Future? And have you met anyone who doesn't like it? No, I have never met anyone, and that's a good thing because Back to the Future is incredible. Like they're classics, dude. Such classics. Zemeckis in his prime. Orpheus favorite shows: Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, Lost, Daredevil, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Arrested Development, Friends, How I Met Your Mother. I love good silly shows. Rick and Morty. Oh God, how could I forget that? That's like my number one right now. I love a good series show and I love a good funny show. Mother Ace. Now I could add a subscription for Podvids too. Yeah, dude. He doesn't do them like all the time, but if you like Sean's videos making fun of CinemaSins, check his out. They're really good. Murillo. It's kind of a meme in Brazil, though. Yeah. We get that here too, like in the States. Like ABC Family's like always playing the same stuff every year, all year. So it just kind of happens. Truck enjoy H Bomber guy. I don't know who that is. Sorry. Prunk Tanner, like theaters showing classics. Blade Runner on the big screen. Cool. Death of Stalin next on the big screen. What's your next? Ooh. Ooh. What is next? It's probably Star Wars if I'm just being totally realistic. Because I don't have the money to go see everything that I want to. And here, let's see. I'm trying to go to IMDb and see what's on the horizon. So yeah, it'll be Coco or probably Star Wars or The Disaster Artist is coming out for. Oh wow, there's like a lot of stuff coming out. Never mind. Here we go. Okay. There are a lot. I don't know how to narrow it down, but Call Me by Your Name looks really good. Wonder Wheel looks good. Disaster Artist, Shape of Water, and Star Wars. Those are like the next ones lined up that I'm really psyched about. Oh, we found someone who doesn't like Back to the Future. And maybe that's why I watched it as a kid, so I really can't be unbiased about it. Cinemassacre, used to be like your ultimate YouTube hero, makes game reviews, he makes dude, yeah, like that man is a legend. Like I think he deserves so much more credit than he gets. Because like everyone talks about like JonTron and like all these people with like high production. It's like Cinemassacre, like Angry Video Game Nerd, they started that whole thing. Like they were churning out amazing videos long before anybody. Dude, buy Company of Heroes 2. Yes, okay, I will. I will definitely do it. Because when I first heard it, like when I first saw stuff about it, I was like really, really psyched. And then when I saw the reviews, I was like, no. No. All right, here. You guys are gonna see my Steam right now. So, oh god, it's gotta install. I will definitely add you, and I will definitely get here. So that's my account name. You guys can see that. Ooh. My Steam Guard code. Nobody look. Good thing they reset this every time, right? Oh, this is tripping me out. It's like mirroring and like doing crazy stuff. Okay. So boop 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 boop. As my thing goes horribly slow. Lavender Man. All right, I'm doing it. Can we spell? I'm the greatest streamer of all time, you guys. Don't you know this? Don't you know this already? Okay, is it loading? Huh. Stannis the Manus. I'm gonna just hope that's you and wish for the best. Because I'm assuming it's not that one. Let's see. Stannis the Manus. That's hilarious. Okay. I'm gonna assume that this is you then, based on the games that we're seeing here. All right, let's see here. God, this delay is like actually messing with my mind right now. But okay. You seen Troll Hunter? No, not yet. That it looks sweet. Like it looks like such a cool movie. Oh, I mean, hey, yeah, 38. Like I just mean like I think you had to kind of be there like when it came out to really really appreciate it. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's like my perspective of it. But I totally agree. The original King Kong is like just masterclass in filmmaking, no question about it. Um, it's a film you love that everyone else hates, and a film you think more people should watch. So I already kind of answered, but The Counselor by Ridley Scott I thought was really good, and everyone hated it. Super intense movie with like one of the greatest third acts of any film I've ever seen. And film I think more people should watch. Funny Games. That's like my go-to unheard of recommendation. I have a video about it, and that's part of why, you know, generate more traffic, because why not? But no, it's an insanely good movie. And hey Jimmy, what's up, man? Good to see you. Yeah, Westworld's great. Season 2 I am like nervous about because season 1 set the bar so unbelievably high, but I think they can pull it off. Nathan, favorite Stranger Things character. Dude, Steve, like, quickly is becoming my favorite character. Season 1 it was Dustin or Elle, and I think I gotta go Steve though. Like he's a sweetie. I love him. If you could choose any movie to be remade but twisting it into a different genre, which movie would you choose and which genre and which director? Oh god, dude, that is tough. I don't know. Hmm. Well, okay. Originally, Inception was going to be a horror film, and when they changed that, I had always really wondered what that concept could have been like if it had been explored in a horror setting. So that would probably be one I'd like to see. And by which director? Robert Eggers, I think is his name, the guy who did The Witch, because that movie's incredible. Um, all right, yeah. I'll add you. Velvet Thunder. I am falling behind again. I said I was going to catch up, and I've done no such thing. I have done no such thing. What is it? I just going crazy here. Thunder. Velvet Thunder. Australia. We're trying it. We're trying it. Um, Stannis the Menace. That's great. I love it. I love it. That name just that cracks me up. Um, thoughts on Blade Runner 2049? Yeah, I talked about it a little bit earlier before you jumped in here. I'm not sure how to feel about the ending yet. I want to see it again before I like firmly make up my mind. But as of now, I thought it was absolutely amazing. Um, I think the main guy had a good arc. Personally, that was never my complaint with it. My complaint would be with like the ending, like the twists and all that kind of stuff. But otherwise, I absolutely loved it. Which book story do you think that should get a deserving why did I just read that as dark adaptation? I'm going crazy here. Which book story do you think that should get a deserving adaptation but never got one? Um, Perfume, which is my favorite book, but I don't know how they could do it. It's a book that deals entirely with scent, so it's just like really hard to imagine filming it. And the movie wasn't terrible by any stretch, but it really could have been a lot better. It's getting out of hand again. I'm so bad at this, you guys. This is my first time though, so be gentle with me. Yeah. See, I agree. I agree. Like I loved Blade Runner. I plan on making a video about it too. I want to wait though, because I made the mistake of starting the Baby Driver video before I had footage, and I almost like blew my brains out going insane trying to make it without footage. Luckily, the Blu-ray came out like right when I needed it to. But yeah, Denis is he's the best, man. He's insane. Uh, Spy Rob. Anyone get the chance to watch Wakefield? No. No, I haven't, but Bryan Cranston's one of my favorite actors, so favorite Ainsley Harriott meme, boys. I have no idea what that even means. Nathan, thoughts on Imagine Dragons? Not for me personally. I don't hate on them, but it's not my kind of music. Like, my favorite bands are like Radiohead, Grizzly Bear, Fleet Foxes, Beach Boys, Little Joy. Like, I like good like psychedelic pop. I guess is probably the best way to put it. Damn, when I said Baby Driver, I meant Nigga Right. I'm so embarrassed now. Wait, where did I miss something? Or did you edit? Or did you? I don't know. I may have missed a comment. I'm not going to try and scroll up now, though. But wouldn't it be amazing to see Edgar Wright directing an actual horror movie? Yeah, it would. I think he would do amazing with that. I think it would be so good. I really do. I don't think it's beyond possible. Like it's totally something he might do. Uh, Edvin, if you haven't seen it, there's a great edit trailer of The Shining where it's cut to look like a. I have seen it. Yeah, it's really funny. It's really well done. Jimmy, how are you going to see this later? But hey, whatever. Hello from Canada. I'm outside Toronto in an Airbnb. Nice, dude. Nice. Like, wish I could be in friggin' Canada. I've never been. I would love to visit. I've never even been in an Airbnb. But yeah, yeah, I know. I'm gonna see all of these like minutes after they're posted, so it's you know, it is what it is. But I'm glad you're enjoying listening. Thanks for stopping in. Um, Nilrem, hello. What's a new show that you're excited about? Uh, that's like really hard for me to answer, to be honest with you, because it's like right now all that I'm excited about are like new seasons of shows that I'm already watching. There's nothing I can think of that's like a new show. Man, I really don't know. Hmm. I'm trying to think of like what's like coming out that's like on its first season. I really don't know. This wasn't really on stream. It's better if I had you. Oh, that wasn't on you. Okay, yeah. You can add me. You saw my name, right? It's Director 007. Right? Or you could add me with this name too. I can't quite remember how you add like which one my name is that you have to use to add, but it's one of those. It's one of those. Um, if you were to redirect a movie, which would you redirect and why? So you mean like remake? I'd probably do I'd probably do Perfume because that is like it's been done. I could do it better, I think. Um, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I'd probably butcher it, but who knows? Karmic Qual, I think Denise has an obsession with twist endings, and I don't know if it's always a good thing. Uh, at least it's not like the M. Night Shyamalan way of doing things. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's like boxing himself into that idea. And all of the twists have been like kick ass, at least in my opinion. But yeah, hopefully you caught my Steam name when I showed it then. Will, half joking, half serious. Dude, Where's My Car is one of my favorite films. It's really funny, especially if you're like, not exactly sober. Um, it's really funny though. Do you like Wes Anderson? Hell yeah, dude. Love him. Absolutely one of my favorite filmmakers. Um, yeah, Jimmy, I plan on doing the intention is to cover Blade Runner at some point. But we'll see. We'll see. I always try to like not just do what everybody else is doing. I don't know, because I always get super paranoid that I'm not going to be original with it. But I haven't seen Enemy. I really want to see it. Uh, Blade Runner is probably my favorite of his, though, and so I might cover that. We'll see when the time comes. If everybody beats me to the punch, then I might not bother with it. Ted, who do you think is the most original filmmaker working today? Oh, hmm. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because, like, I think Denis great. I wouldn't necessarily say he's, like, the most original. Um, I might have to say Inarritu, Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu. He made Birdman and The Revenant. Like, he's incredibly exciting. Um, Thanks, Nathan. I'm glad you stopped on, man, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. Like I really didn't know how this was going to go, to be honest, but I will probably do this more often, especially if you guys keep turning up, man. Have a good one. Frank Tanner, Inherent Vice, good work. I liked Inherent Vice. Yeah, I thought it was good. Um. Oh, okay. Hey, yes, I'm caught up. Right? That's not moving anymore. I am caught up. That's what's up. Yes, I saw that, Murillo. I don't know if I have any of the same games that you have, but here, where am I looking? Can you tell I don't know how to use Steam very well? Wait a minute. Where's, huh? I just saw your invite. Is it? There we go. There we go. Okay. Sweet. All right. I think I did that right. Yes. There you are. I don't know what that means with the little two, but I'm just assuming it's because someone else has that name. Anyways, all right, yeah. Well, thanks for stopping in, dude. It's good to see you as always. Have yourself a good night, man. And no, I have not watched Evangelion movies. Yeah, I know, man. You're telling me, dude. Like because here's the thing. So far, and I mean this, like genuinely, I have not seen a foreign film that I didn't like. Every single foreign film I've seen, I enjoyed. So I know I need to do more of that. Staten Island Knicks fan. What's your favorite '80s movie? Um, hmm, '80s. Probably The Shining. I think I'm gonna have to go with The Shining on that one. Edvin, thoughts on Wes Anderson's new movie, dude? Isle of Dogs looks great. Has one of the best casts I've seen in a long, long time. Thoughts on Wes Anderson? Oh, just reading over the same things. Um, but so yeah, I think with that, I'm gonna call it good. Um, I will answer like last remaining questions. Obviously, I'm not going to be that guy, but uh, I got to get back to work on the video. Do you guys want to see a little preview of it? I can show you like a little screen grab if you're interested, in case you still don't believe that it's actually me. Here, I'll just yeah. Ooh, is it safe? Is it safe? Is it safe? Keep it secret, keep it safe. So yes, that's Alfred Hitchcock. I'm fully aware, but this is my Adobe Premiere, and that's the opening of the new video that you're going to be seeing drop hopefully soon. Um, so I'm really excited about it though. You guys will see the purpose of having Hitchcock in there. If you really, really, really want to study that screenshot, you can probably like read the like titles and stuff to figure out. But yeah, that's gonna be Jimmy gonna spoil it for everyone. Nice. Oh yeah, storytellers. Force Awakens versus Rogue One. Visually, Rogue One, no questions. Story wise, character wise, Force Awakens, no question. Um, so yeah, but I'm gonna wrap things up here. Just kind of like yeah, I really had no like thing in mind, but if you guys want to me to do this more often, I absolutely will. I might do this like once a week, or who knows? Because just hop on for an hour, chat with you guys. I always like getting to chat, and this is better than just like responding to comments. I think obviously, because it's real time, and it's a conversation instead of me responding to your comment on the YouTube page like 5 weeks later. But yeah, hopefully you guys are excited for the new video. I'm really excited about it. It's about editing, and like the title of the video is probably going to be how editing shapes a story. At least that's like the working title. I like it though, so I don't imagine myself changing it. But yeah, hopefully you guys are excited about that. Um, Favorite Hitchcock movie, Rear Window. Um, I think it's a masterpiece. Which movie is your guilty pleasure movie? Anything by Adam Sandler, like 50 First Dates, Big Daddy, love it. He's just great. Go watch Insecure on HBO to support a YouTuber who kept grinding for years and who finally made it. That's so cool. Like, that's really awesome. I will definitely have to check that out. And then, yeah, I'll have to check out Evangelion too. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I hope, anyways. I really don't know. Like, I've heard some things about him. I feel like a couple people recommended them to me after I made my Matrix video. But yeah, I'll have to check that out. Why are all the video essay creators sponsored by Squarespace? Because we're all broke and we all are. I mean, at least okay. I'm glad that you asked that question, because just I know this isn't nearly like everybody who's subscribed to me who's in here right now, but you know, just for those watching, like the whole thing about sponsorships, right, is like I don't make shit in ad revenue. Like, I had the best month of ad revenue I've ever gotten last month, and even that was like $350. So it's just I don't take every sponsorship offer. I've actually turned down quite a few that I've never even mentioned, because it's just like, no thanks. Squarespace I'm probably going to work with at some point, because I've been kind of in talks. I can't guarantee or whatever, but it's money, and it's a guarantee of money, and it's something I can't exactly turn down. But they're working really hard with a lot of us video essays. I don't know why us in particular, but I think it's really cool of them. They're supporting content that I think deserves a lot more support than it gets. So yeah, I don't know. If we were all getting like millions of views, then we probably wouldn't do sponsorship offers. But it's like, for my last video, it was the biggest revenue stream that I got for that month. Like, more than Patreon, more than, you know, like more than ad revenue. So, oh God, that does sound like an interesting little thing. Delicatessen. Okay. I might have to check that out. Oh, Jimmy, my man, you didn't have to do that. Thank you. Like, I yeah, I really appreciate that. Um, that I've never seen that before. The super chat. That's cool. I like that. I like it. But yeah, no, fair question, dude. Staten, like, I legitimately, I have no problem with transparency on YouTube. Like, zero whatsoever. Like, I'm about to show you guys something. I actually, fuck, I don't know. I might be able to get in trouble. I really don't know what the rules are. I don't care. We'll keep it a secret. We'll keep it a secret, right? So I gotta open a new tab. Yes, I use TubeBuddy, by the way. Shout out to TubeBuddy for anyone. I like it a lot. Makes navigating easier, makes certain things easier. But so we're gonna do. Okay, so I have been making videos since my first video came out in like May of 2015. This is the entire lifetime history of my channel, all analytics. That's ad revenue. Like 2+ years. And so yeah, you can see that big spike. That was like the Baby Driver video doing pretty well. But like, that's, you know, so I'm going to take sponsorships if they come my way, because I literally can't afford to turn them down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. But, you know, but my whole thing that I want you guys to be aware of is like that I never take sponsorships that I don't actually agree with, if that makes sense. Because like, I know a lot of people, they'll just like, they'll turn themselves into like a salesman, you know, or like a walking billboard, and that's not me. Like, I don't do that. I have no interest in doing that whatsoever. It's not something I will ever do. Like, if I don't believe in the service, if I don't believe in what they're offering, I'm not going to recommend it to you guys because, you know, like I care about you guys. I'm not going to try and send you down a shitty path. But like Skillshare is actually a cool site, you know, like they have some really cool stuff going on there. And then like Dollar Shave Club's awesome. I don't use them too much just because I really don't use like a straight razor, but like their service is great. You know, there's no denying that. But yeah, sorry, I'm just like shifting around. I haven't been able to see the chat. Is selling your soul to sponsors the way? Yeah, dude, that's unfortunately like yeah, that's really what it is. Favorite YouTube channel? Um, Probably Every Frame of Painting. Uh, oh man, I don't know. Like, if you really want to fork, like, there are a lot of different ways. I'm not trying to be like, you know, like if you really want to, you can go to Patreon, and that's like a per video thing, or you can go to if you go to my channel, I have like a PayPal link that you can do like a one-time donation, or you can do the super chat like Jimmy did. Any of those are ways. Like, I'm not sure what the best way is. I'm like everywhere takes their own cut, but you know, yeah, if you really want to, dude, like that would be really appreciated. I mean, like I'm at a point where I'll take money when and how I can get it, and because to me, especially when it comes to like the sponsorships, they don't have any say on the content I make. Like I literally make the exact video that I want to make, and then I just tack that like sponsorship thing on the end. So yeah, it's like it has no effect on like my artistic integrity, so I don't care. You know, it's just part of it. And then poop toucher getting. Hey man, if you guys would all pay me $20 to touch your poops, I would totally do it, and I'd be a rich man, be a very rich man. Um, Yeah, I take sponsorships when I can. Not always though, because I do still have some dignity. Like I've had some apps reach out to me, and I'm just like some stupid like Bejeweled game, and I'm like, fuck no, no. My audience doesn't want to see that shit. I don't want to see that shit on my channel. So I don't take everything, but like the bigger names, the ones I trust, the ones I like, yeah, like that's a little bit different. Um, Also, I'm late, but do your videos get demonetized? No, surprisingly here. So this is the other thing I can show you guys really quick. For those curious if my internet will cooperate with me. So this little, I didn't monetize the update video because it was about just like letting everybody know what was going on. But like the green money thing, that's what you want to see. And I had like a couple that I can't monetize from the old days because I didn't know fair use as well. And so like this one got demonetized because I used a full song, and you're just not supposed to do that. But I've been pretty golden for monetization for a while. It's just it doesn't pay a lot. Like it really just doesn't. Like I don't know, I get not great views in that sense. Like to really start making money, like, you know, you got to be getting like a lot, you know. We're talking like millions and millions and millions of views before you're earning a livable wage. Excuse me. Um, do a rice gum vid like revealing my ad revenue, not flexing. Well, if you call that flexing, man, I don't know. I don't know who would be bragging with that. But you know, in like I feel like it's important to show the context. Like it's not like I'm making like 10 grand a month and then I'm just like worming people out with sponsorships because more money for me. It's like I need every cent I can get. So um Austin McConnell just did a really cool. Yeah, I watched that. It was really well done. I really liked it a lot. Um and that's his feelings on it are my feelings exactly. Like I still have my dignity. Like as much as I want and need money for very real adult reasons, like fuck, I just can't. I can't like sell my soul like that. So I like his philosophy. Muhammad, jeez. What do you think of Nerdwriter? I think he's great. Like you know, he gets a bad rap, and I will admit I think he's fallen from grace so to speak. But he's a terrific editor. He's got a great voice for it. Like, he's really good at what he does for the most part. And thank you. I think you're awesome too. If I get the paid internship I'm trying for, I'll definitely contribute. Oh, dude, hey man, hey man. I'm telling you, like, seriously, no guilt. Don't ever feel guilty. Like, even if you get like the paid internship, don't worry about it, man. Like, if you can, like, if like $1, great. You know, like, honestly, if like 10% of my subscribers gave me $1 per video, I'd be golden. But that's, you know, if you have expendable income, you know what I mean? And I get how that goes. Like, not everybody just has all the money to support whoever they feel like. I get that. Like, it's rough. Like, it's rough because the middle class is disappearing, and it's just it's a messed up thing. But if you can and would, like, that would be super awesome of you to do. But I don't want you to feel bad if you can't. Like, we're just having a chat, you know what I mean? Like, just telling you guys what's going on. I don't want anybody to feel bad if they can't help me out, you know what I mean? Yes, dude, for real. That Squarespace money though, like, I don't know, like, you guys were like tripping me out telling me like, I feel like I was undervaluing myself hardcore, and that makes me feel like such a stooge. But, you know, what can you do? I got to keep it in mind for future sponsorship deals. Um, yeah, but I really can't see a way around doing sponsorships at this point. And I can only imagine for you guys, because, like, I'm assuming you guys do like a 50-50 split on everything. So that's got to make it even harder. Edvin, Channel Criswell, yeah, I don't watch every video that he does, but a lot of his videos I've seen are really, really good. Mohammed, you should do a video on it or Game of Thrones or Twin Peaks. I have one video on Game of Thrones. I was planning on doing another at some point, but probably when the series is over. I don't know, like, I usually try to avoid having like too many negative things to say, and I feel like I would just get too negative on that. And then Twin Peaks, I just haven't seen. Holy shit, Edvin, what are you doing? 3 a.m. Go to bed. Go to bed. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right. No, thanks for stopping in though. Like, I really appreciate you hanging out. You know. Hope you have a good night. The American time system is definitely weird. Can you give us your movie critic review on the iDubbbz diss track on Rice Gum? It's like, it's so good. Like, because Rice Gum's a little piece of shit. I'm just gonna go right out and say it. He's just a little fucking piece of shit, and he makes me sick. And my review would be like, he roasted him like chestnuts on an open fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, he roasted him. It was a beautiful thing. Trying not to starve. Don't try at home. Yes, exactly. And you guys are doing better than me. Like, you guys get way more views than I do. So, I mean, yeah. Like, if you guys are still counting on sponsorships, I mean, hell, Nerdwriter, Captain Christian, Michael, they're still counting on sponsorships, and they're leaving us in the friggin' dust, dude. Mohammed, man, you're the best, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you. Like, thank you for the super chat. You're good people, man, and I appreciate it. Nah, you're the first in the list of future. Thanks, dude. Thank you. Like, honestly, it's just tough. Because I don't upload often, and I don't have like viral type content, so it's a constant battle of like, am I doing the right thing, and I just need to be patient until like I get better financial opportunities, or do I need to change up the content, or like, I don't know. It's always tough to say, but I always try to stay true to myself instead of just catering to the algorithm. That's why my videos take a while, because I'm not just like churning them out and rushing them out to get done really quickly. You know what I mean? But so Patreon is definitely like a really, really, really great way to help me out. Like, because yeah, they take their cut, but so does everybody. Like, if there's any service that exchanges money between two people, whoever is providing that service is taking a cut. So there's no way around that. But yeah, I mean, it's like as direct as you can get, I think, to support the kind of content you want to see. And I mean that for not just me, but for anybody. Like, because it's all about like the mob effect, right? Like $1 is not a ton of money, but if 10,000 people give you $1, that's $10,000. So, I have 30,000 subscribers. Like, I could be living like a friggin' king. And I know that's not how it works. And, that's more than okay. Because obviously there are millions of YouTube channels or something like that. But, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things. Like, I get how it goes. I can't support everybody I want to support. So I don't want anybody to feel bad. But, hey, man, like, if if you feel like it, I really hope I make it worth your while, I guess is the best way I could say it, is like I really hope I'm deserving of any Patreon support, because I understand like giving up any money these days. But Jimmy iDubbbz is great. Like, I don't love everything he does, but his content cops are absolutely brilliant. Mohammed, when are you going to post the next video? What's it going to be about? So you must have joined a little later. I actually just showed a screen cap, which I will show again for you. But so this, I don't know if you can tell, but video is going to be about Eternal Sunshine. It's going to be about editing, and how editing like shapes the story. Like that's going to be the title, is like how editing shapes the story. And hopefully it'll be out within a week or two. So, I mean, I can't say for sure, but I'm making good progress. It's coming together, but hopefully like 10 days, I'd say, from now would be a good estimate. I'm sub to like 1,000 video essay channels, so I forget about some, but you are one of the better and more memorable ones. Thank you. Yeah, there are tons of us now. There's no doubt about it. So, I mean, I'm glad to be ranked up towards the top like that. That's really cool, because there are a ton of really, really good ones out there. So thank you for saying so. I thought about doing a collab. Yeah, I just, yeah, it, you're not wrong. It would be hard for me, but not just for that. It would be hard for me just creatively. I wouldn't even know how to work it. I feel like if I were to do it, I'd want to do it the way like Kurzgesagt and like Vsauce just collaborated, where like, or like CGB Cray, like they just made separate videos that work well as companions. I feel like if I was ever going to do a collab, that would be the way to go. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you for saying so, Murillo. Glad to be in the top 3, because I know there's some stiff competition. And yeah, storytellers, like, it's actually kind of crazy, because I started in 2015 and there weren't a lot of us, and then even like 2016 I was just like freaking out at how many there were, and now it's like, it's kind of insane. It's kind of absolutely insane. Yeah, dudes, Eternal Sunshine. I'm excited. Because basically we're going to be looking at like deleted scenes and earlier versions of the script and stuff. So I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a really good video. Comic Book Girl 19. No, I have not heard of her. Let's Comic Book Girl 19. See, yeah, to be totally honest, I normally don't watch like review channels, because I find, no one's opinion is necessarily any more valid than anyone else's. They have to have like some supporting claims and things like that for me to really get behind it. So I don't know. I might check it out, but I usually don't watch like review stuff per se. Yeah, Cinefix is really good too. Thank you for saying so. For me, it was every frame of painting that got me really into it. Like, and I still think Tony is just god tier compared to everybody else. Like, he had a way of doing it that it's indescribable how good he was, in my opinion. And then, yeah, like, I think storytellers are amazing. Like, a lot of the guys that are kind of around my similar, like, sub-level, like, 100,000 or so less, like, Entertain the Elk's another really, really good one you guys should check out, or, like, Jack's Movie Reviews. Like, there are a lot of really good video site channels out there, but if I had to pick the number one, it would easily be Every Frame a Painting. Like no question about it. And then Captain Christian, his like editing style just blows my mind every video he does. Oh yeah, dude. Will Shoulder for sure. Will Shoulder like makes me feel inadequate on a daily basis. Um, every video he makes is just like freaking insane. Michael is great. Yeah. Michael's just kind of weird for me, to be totally honest, because I think he is good. Like, don't get me wrong. I think he's very good, but I think his like reception is disproportionate to his quality, if that makes sense. Like, let me put it this way, right? Like, if you were to go to Storytellers, go to their YouTube page, they have a fraction of the subs that Michael Tucker has, and I think their videos are every bit as good, if not better, than what he does. And I feel that way about Entertain the Elk, about Beyond the Frame, about Will Shoulder, about a lot of different channels. And so that's kind of like, and I know it's not his fault, and it's not he should feel bad that he's doing better than these other channels, but that's kind of the weird thing. Like I feel like he gets all this praise, but then it's like it's not that it's not deserved. It's just it feels like people gloss over a lot of other channels that really deserve attention, and that's frustrating for me personally. Um, Watch Mojo. Yeah, I hey man, I would work for them if they wanted to hire me to edit their videos. I would do it. And yeah, no, Jimmy, Every Frame of Painting's not a thing. He works for Criterion now, is what I heard. Um, but I still think like his videos are the best. You can go back, even the ones that are like 3, 4 years old. Um, Michael has a sub niche, yeah, and that's definitely, I think, a big part of it. I think he also got really lucky with his timing of everything. And so, like, it's not to say he doesn't deserve it. He really does. He's incredibly talented. He's a really nice guy. He's incredible what he does. But it's very interesting you bring up lessons from screens. I totally agree. I think it's an issue with consumers wanting answers to be a lot more black and white than they truly are. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to like talk bad about anybody in our community because like I love the fact that any of these channels even exist in the first place. That just makes me super excited to know that many people are interested in film and TV and all this stuff, and that's really cool. But I'll say I'll watch some of his videos and I'm like, okay, like I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't feel like he's really adding anything to the conversation. Um, but his videos are always really polished, really professional, and I think he's really good. Yeah, dude, Every Frame of Pain, he's been like a ghost of a channel for a very long time now. Well, thanks, Jimmy. Yeah, my whole thing, like my philosophy, and this is just on a personal thing. My philosophy is like never repeat yourself, and I'm sure I often do in more ways than I even probably like realize, but I always try to change it up from video to video and always make sure that I have something interesting to say. Filmmaker IQ, I've seen some of his stuff. I'm not like huge on it, but I think his videos are really, really well produced for sure. Internet Historian, I haven't heard of. I'll have to check that one out. No way. Is that true, Mohammed? That's so funny. I can't blame him. I don't know how anyone watched that video and didn't just completely like get bummed out. you know. Oh, sweet. I'm in related videos for Every Film and Painting. That's really good to know. I would not have expected that, but that's sweet, man. That's awesome. Oh, Karmic, dude, I got a video on Synecdoche, boy. It's technically two, kind of. Kind of. Um so there's like the first one which is like a good like character analysis, and like some plot study stuff. And then the second one is kind of like taking a look at why it didn't do well in box office, which is not my best video. I'll say that. I'll say that. The Synecdoche video even is not my best, if I'm being totally honest. I think from a writing perspective, it was pretty good. The editing, I was trying something new, and I don't think it worked for me. But no, I don't blame you for missing it. Don't feel awkward. Like it I don't know. I'd say it's still worth checking out, especially if you want to see my opinions on it. I love the movie, but it's one of those things, because I'm always trying to get better. I feel like I succeed, and then the older of the video you look at, the worse it gets usually. Um, oh yeah, Phil DeFranco. He shouted that out, and I think a lot of people saw it. I think it had like 5 million views or something. Um, yeah, Phil DeFranco, I like, because even if I don't always agree with him, it's not like he tries to pretend like his opinion is fact. And I think that's a really important thing in the world of news. Like, everyone's going to have a bias. Let's just acknowledge it, and be honest about it. Uh, oh, that's funny. Hey, man, you probably forgot because they're not as good. They're not as good. I don't know. They're really. I don't know. If I were to be totally honest, I think those and then like the Naughty Dog video are probably the weakest on my channel. Uh, like, just, yeah, I don't know. I think they're solid videos, sure, but they're, I don't know. They're not the best things I've ever done. But anyways, if you guys have any like final questions, I'm gonna get this stream wrapped up here. So be happy to answer any other like final questions you guys may have. And now I have to wait and see, because there's like a minute delay going on here, so that's just awkward silence. I like your reaction to that, Jimmy. Because, okay, Fork, here's the thing. Like, you don't have to like him, and that's fine. And you don't even have to think of him as like a valid news source in that sense of like being unbiased. But he points you in the direction of what's happening in the world, and he sums it all up. So, you know, yeah. I know I said the stream was done like 30 minutes ago. I know. I'm very unprofessional. I wanted to make sure, to get to everybody. I would hate for people to drop in, and cuz I mean, I've been on the other side of that. I've dropped into people's live streams and been ignored. It's not a good feeling. So I wanted to make sure that like I got a chance to like interact with all of you guys. But yeah, the thing was, this was just a test just to see like what, I don't know. And like I clearly didn't fully figure it out, because like I don't know how I'm gonna like screen share or what. I don't know what I'm gonna do, to be totally honest with you. But the plan is maybe do this kind of thing once a week, because so basically once a month I have like a Google Hangout for my top tier patrons, which is like I have a webcam, you have a webcam. It's like a Skype chat amongst us. But so I was thinking about doing this, which is going to be more of like the casual, open to everybody kind of thing. But maybe I'll do this once a week, maybe every 2 weeks. We'll see. I'll try to be consistent about it at least. And I'll for sure in the future let you guys know, like, when, instead of just like popping up out of nowhere, you know what I mean? But yeah, Jamie, I try. I do what I can, but you guys are too good to me. So like, what am I gonna do? Come on now. Um, oh, see you later, storytellers. I actually I never figure out like who of you it was that was commenting, but I'm glad that you stopped in. Good luck on the video. I'm looking forward to seeing it, man. And I'm glad you found it entertaining. I did my best to make this at least an entertaining, if a little haphazard, a little crazy. I was hoping it was going to be at least a little entertaining. Staten Island Knicks fan, what's your view on clickbait? I think I like I can't remember exactly his quote, but Hank Green has like a good way of putting it. Um, I don't even remember where I saw this, to be honest, if it's in a video or in a tweet, but he was talking about how if it's like an eye-catching title or thumbnail, but then is accurate to like I don't know, if it just draws people in, then it's fine. Clickbait, that's the problem, is when it's misleading. Um, I'm not cooking tomorrow's picnic food right now because the kitchen Wi-Fi is crap. Well, don't worry, don't worry. I'm in the process of signing off, so you'll be able to cook soon. Brevity is the soul of wit. I remind myself that while writing. I often write too much to make a point about something, so brevity is the soul of wit when making points in paragraph. Right on, man. Oh, Thomas. Okay, okay. Yeah, dude, absolutely. Um I might have to wait until whenever Google sends my AdSense money, but I'm gonna try and get me that Company of Heroes too, and we'll be able to play that together because that sounds like a ton of fun that I don't want to miss out on. So I'll see you later, man. Thanks for stopping in. Staten Island Knicks fan. Kind of weird seeing another. Yeah. Well, so we all have this like little private Facebook group where we all chat and ask for advice, feedback, all that kind of stuff. They're really good dudes, like basically everybody. And so it's like whenever if you guys are ever looking for like other good video essay channels, check out my sidebar on my YouTube page. I have like 20 different channels linked to there. Every single one is worth checking out. Now, it's not to say you're going to like all of them, because obviously everyone has their own taste, but you should check them all out. Like, there are a lot of good video essays out there. Every time you say you're closing the stream, I start getting ready, but then you give up 5 minutes. All right, okay, so this is it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for stopping in. I'm glad we got a chance to hang out and interact. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at film_radar. Here, just so you can see it. And this is where I will like tweet out in the future, if and when I'm streaming. So yeah, so I'll like tweet out ahead of time so you guys can have some heads up, and next time you'll be able to see my face. I'll have a webcam set up. Warning, quality is not going to be the greatest, but it is what it is. But so thank you guys so much for stopping in for the first Film Radar test stream. Hope you guys had a good time. I had a good time talking with all of you. So yeah, thank you guys, and yeah, I'll see you some other time soon. I'll see you guys soon with a new video. I hope you guys have a good night.